Good morning, students. In the previous video, we have already seen that the result or the consequences of the Great Uprising. First, we have already seen regarding the constitutional and the political field. Then, we look forward for the next topic, that was result pertaining to the army, or you can call reorganization of army. Here now we are reaching to the last section of the chapter, result pertaining to the religious, social and economic field. Means how the things have been changed in the revolt of 1857. How the thing was changed in the revolt of 1857 after when it was ended. Okay, so again repeating the same things, how the things have been changed in the field of social, religious and economic field, especially after the end of the revolt. First point, it's mentioned over here. Let's see. First one, promise of religious freedom. After the revolt of 1857, Queen Victoria announced that Indians will be having now religious freedom. Let's see what she mentioned. It was clearly stated in the Queen's Declaration of 1858 that there won't be interference in religious belief and practices of the people, and all would enjoy full freedom in this respect. Means particularly in the field of religious matters, British government now will not interfere in any matter, especially as I mentioned, especially in the field regarding religious beliefs and the practices. And second thing is that all will enjoy full freedom in the respect to the religious matters. So that was one of the biggest point. At that time, religion became one of the reason that why Indians were not happy with the British rule. Again, as I mentioned, if whatever the cause is there for the revolt, if they would try to simply make that cause proper, or they will try to repair that cause, automatically the things will come forward for the British. So here they did the same. Here they again try to please the people of India by saying that they would not interfere in religious matter. Second, promise of free and impartial administration to service. Let's see what they said in this. The Indians were promised appointment to the highest offices under the government without any kind of an prejudice to caste, color or religion. As I already mentioned that in Indian government, what it was working in India from the group of the Britisher, means ultimately in Indian government run by the British, Indian people who were there working in their administration or their government were not allowed to be promoted to higher post. Okay, specifically that we have already seen in the military course, that a sepoy can rise up to the level of a subedar only, not more than that. So here they made promise that Indians will be now appointed, okay, appointed to what level? Higher offices under the British government without any prejudice, without having any kind of an predetermination in the mind regarding their caste, color, creed or religion. Same was declared in the Queen's statement as well in the year 1858. What Queen made the declaration, in that also she mentioned the same point. Third one, training of relations between European and the Indians. Let's see what she mentioned in this, or what was the result regarding this. Due to the revolt, both sides committed atrocities to each other in excessive way. Means during the revolt, Indians did lot of damage to the British government, especially they killed British officers and damaged the public property specifically belonging to government. Okay, and in that case also British government also did the same kind of an exploitative nature, or they try to suppress the revolt by killing Indians in large number. So ultimately the thing happened like that. ઇન્ડિયાવાળાએ બ્રિટિશ ગવર્મેન્ટને નુકસાન પહોંચાડ્યું. બ્રિટિશ ગવર્મેન્ટે ઇન્ડિયાના રિવોલ્ટને બંધ કરવા માટે ઇન્ડિયન્સને નુકસાન પહોંચાડ્યું. સો અલ્ટિમેટલી ઇટ વોઝ વેરી ટાયરની committed by both the side, or we can say that both the sides simply committed huge kind of killings, murders and destruction on both the side. Okay, બે side થી બહુ જાજુ destruction થયું, whether you can call it about the property, wealth, or you can call about the people as well. Second point here mentioned, Indians and Europeans killed each other. So Indians hated the British, and in the same way, okay, Indians hated the British, Indians ne British no gamta. In the same way, British also doubted and suspected their loyalty. Loyalty means loyalty of Indians. In short, a simple condition, ઇન્ડિયાવાળાને બ્રિટિશ ન ગમતા અને બ્રિટિશને ઇન્ડિયાવાળા ન ગમતા. એ લોકો એની ઉપર ડાઉટ કરતા, સસ્પેક્ટ રાખતા, એની લોયલ્ટી ઉપર ભરોસો કરવામાં ડરતા. Fourth point, widening the gulf between the Hindus and Muslim. Now here the thing happened in that way that during the revolt of 1857, Hindus and Muslims both participated in large number, and both of them had shown great zeal and enthusiasm. But afterwards, after the revolt of 1857, British constantly tried to create a wedge, or trying to create a wall between these two communities. And anyhow they might have been successful as well. And that success what they got, or we can say how the Indians were divided on the name of religion like Hindus and Muslim, finally that scheme of divide and rule finally led to the partition of India in the year 1947. So this agenda was started by these people from the year of revolt only, you can call like that. Okay, means revolt પછી થી જ બ્રિટિશનો એક જ ઇન્ટેન્શન હતો કે હિન્દુ મુસ્લિમ ભેગા ન થવા જોઈએ. Anyhow, okay, then only they can continue their rule in India. Okay, otherwise it will be very much difficult for them to continue their rule as well, right? Okay, let's see what the things mentioned over here. Both Hindus and Muslims had showed great utmost zeal and enthusiasm in the revolt, but still Muslim started the feeling of hatred and mistrust against Hindus. Why? Because against Hindus the problems were created. At that time some of the Hindu kings were there who supported British as well. So due to that reason, Muslim participants who were there in the revolt, they had the feeling of mistrust against Hindus. Let's see, third point, because of the Sikh and Gorkha soldiers who helped the British in suppressing the revolt. બ્રિટિશરને રિવોલ્ટ બંધ કરાવવામાં સિખ અને ગોરખા સોલ્જર્સે હેલ્પ કરી, who were originally Hindus. Okay, and due to that reason the Muslim participants who were there of the revolt, they did not like Hindus, because some part or some section of Hindu community helped British in suppressing the revolt. રિવોલ્ટને બંધ કરાવવામાં અમુક હિન્દુ સેક્શને હેલ્પ કરી હતી, એટલા માટે મુસ્લિમને ન ગમ્યું, right? Okay, they don't like such kind of an act. Later on, British used this hatred so that the two communities never unite in future. Thus, British can stay longer in India without having any challenge and can establish their empire. That was their main strategy. अब આ હેટ્રેડને ફ્યુચરમાં બ્રિટિશે પોતાના સેલ્ફિશ પર્પઝ માટે યુઝ કર્યો, જેથી કરીને ઇન્ડિયામાં હિન્દુઝ અને મુસ્લિમ યુનાઇટ ન થાય. એન્ડ ફાઇનલી that disunity between these two community led to the partition of India in the year 1947, which made two separate countries, right? Okay, so we can say that beginning, the initial seeds of partitions were already sown by the British after the revolt of 1857. Okay, last point, economic exploitation. The wealth of India was already plundered by the traders and the officials of the company. The wealth, the money that already had been taken by traders and the officials of the company. But when the British Crown itself entered into the administration of India, before it was a system like that English East India Company was there in the between, and then after directly Crown came into the hand, means power directly. Okay, but the entry of the British Crown's rule, it became more serious and wider પહેલાં કંપનીએ આપણને લૂંટ્યા, કંપનીના ટ્રેડર્સે લૂંટ્યા, હવે ડાયરેક્ટલી ક્વીનના હાથમાં આવી ગયું. સો ડાયરેક્ટલી નાવ મની વિલ ગો ઇન ટુ ધ હેન્ડ ઓફ બ્રિટિશ ક્રાઉન. This is the end of the chapter. Go through all the videos. Thank you.